Good evening and welcome to GHTV. I'm your host, John Pattee.
And I'm Alanna Hopper, who will be co-hosting with John today.
Here's some of the top stories from this week. Huge international news for today. King Salman of Saudi Arabia has officially issued an order that will allow women to be given driver's licenses. Saudi Arabia, until now, has been the only country in the world that has forbidden women from driving. Women have in the past been fined and even imprisoned for driving in Saudi Arabia, making this order a historical moment for the country.
The TTC is suing Manulife for $5 million for an alleged health benefits scandal involving over 170 former TTC employees. The TTC says that Manulife did not have adequate policies in place to prevent or detect fraudulent benefit claims. A tip says that employees made claims to the company Healthy Fit through the Manulife administrated city benefits plan, but no products or services were provided. Instead, employees and Healthy Fit shared the money for the claims. The transit company is interviewing employees as part of their own investigation. They are also proceeding with the case in the Ontario Superior Court of Justice.
Well-known Toronto lawyer Jeremy Diamond is being ordered to pay a fine to the Ontario Law Society. After failing to cooperate with an investigation, he will have to pay $25,000 as a result. The fine comes after Diamond took too long to provide documents on his controversial referral fee operations. A spokesperson for Diamond says he and his law firm, Diamond and Diamond, will be appealing the decision.
A man allegedly impersonating a Toronto police officer has caused an accident in the city's West End. The man, who has not been identified, was directing traffic near Christie Pitts. He had a Toronto police uniform on and was dancing while he stood in the intersection. After he caused a taxi to hit an SUV, he ran away from the scene. Toronto police says that there is not an investigation on this yet, but they want to get the man off the streets as soon as possible.
A drive-by shooting in Brampton left one man injured. The shooting happened just after 11:30 p.m. last Wednesday on Floribunda Crescent near Dixie Road and Clark Boulevard. The victim is believed to be 24 years old. The man was sitting inside a parked vehicle in the area when a dark-colored SUV drove up and opened fire. The victim was taken to hospital with minor injuries, and police have no suspect description at this time.
Roads in Etobicoke are reopening after a chemical leak led to an evacuation earlier this week. An ammonia leak was traced back to a frozen foods company building near Kipling and Evans Avenue. Unprotected exposure to ammonia can burn skin, eyes, and lungs. Investigators say that they are still unsure how the leak started. 2 people were sent to hospital following the chemical leak on Sunday.
Now here's Brandon Vieira with your entertainment update.
Hey John, it's been a while since I talked about the Kardashian-Jenner clan, but they are back in the headlines in a big way. The Kardashians are celebrating 10 years of being on our TV screens this year, but that's not the only thing they may be celebrating or crying about. We're not entirely sure. Kylie Jenner is reportedly with child. That's right, the youngest member of their Kardashian-Jenner clan is rumored to be pregnant. TMZ broke the news this weekend that Kylie and her boyfriend, rapper Travis Scott, are expecting. Kylie and Travis have not confirmed the news, but Kylie's mom may have hinted that it's true. On Live with Kelly and Ryan, Ryan Seacrest shared text he received from Chris when he asked her about Kylie's pregnancy. Chris told Ryan that Kylie is not confirming anything. Then, when asked by Hollywood Reporter to comment on the rumor, Chris said it wouldn't be their Kardashian family if something didn't happen every single day. It looks like we're going to have to wait and see if the 20-year-old confirms if she's actually pregnant, but one thing's for sure, season 10 of Keeping Up with the Kardashians is going to be very, very interesting. It may be a good week for the Kardashian-Jenners, but it wasn't a great week for Hollywood marriages. Fergie and Josh Duhamel announced that they have been separated for a few months now after 8 years of marriage. In the statement, they claim they will remain great friends while raising their son. It has also been rumored that Rachel Bilson and Hayden Christensen have split up after being together for 10 years. The couple has yet to release a statement on the matter. And with all these celebrity divorces and breakups that have happened the past 2 years, one has to wonder, does Hollywood love even exist? I just have one request. Please, John Krasinski and Emily Blunt, stay together. My heart cannot handle a breakup between the two of you. That's a wrap in Hollywood news this week. I'm Brandon Vieira, and this has been your entertainment update. Now here's Anna and Francesco with a look at sports.
Okay.
We just need to do something while we're in between.
Quiet on set. Everyone ready?
Yep.
Let's get this started in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Thank you, Brandon. It's great to be back, GHTV viewers. I'm Francesco Lopresti.
And I'm Anna Koto. Toronto is hosting another multi-sport event, the Invictus Games. The Invictus Games is a Paralympic-style event for injured and sick servicemen and women. Opening ceremonies were at the ACC with the Games founder Prince Harry in attendance. Canada is competing in 11 sports and currently has 11 medals. The closing ceremonies will be at the ACC again with performances by Bruce Springsteen, Kelly Clarkson, and Canada's very own Bryan Adams. The Dallas Cowboys and Arizona Cardinals were able to avoid a little bit of controversy on Monday night. Instead of kneeling during the national anthem, the Cowboys had a moment of unity. Players and front office staff linked arms and took a knee before the anthem. However, the Cardinals, including their president, linked arms during the anthem but did not kneel. A series of protests started on Sunday after President Donald Trump said NFL owners should fire athletes who protest during the national anthem.
Keeping with the protesting against Donald Trump, many players and coaches in the NBA had plenty to say with regards to the president. The controversy started when the Golden State Warriors' Steph Curry voted against visiting the White House. When asked what it would mean to skip the visit, Curry said, "By acting and not going, hopefully that will inspire some change when it comes to what we tolerate in this country." After hearing what Curry had to say, President Trump responded on Twitter by revoking Curry's invitation to the White House. Trump's words sparked an outcry of support from players around the league, including LeBron James, who responded by calling Trump a bum and saying that no one will be visiting the White House as long as he's in office. But now we're going to turn our attention to on the court, where a big move has shocked the NBA. Carmelo Anthony is now a member of the Oklahoma City Thunder. Yes, you heard that correctly. Melo was traded by the Thunder by the Knicks in exchange for Ons Kanter, Doug McDermott, and a second-round pick. The 10-time All-Star will be hoping this move will finally help him win a ring. And he has a great chance to win one, as he is now lining up with Russell Westbrook and Paul George, making the Thunder one of the most feared teams in the NBA. I'm Francesco Lopresti.
And I'm Anna Koto. Back to you, John.
Thank you, Francesco. And on that note, President Donald Trump's travel ban is expiring soon. Trump's travel ban on visitors from 6 Muslim-majority nations expires this Sunday. The next version of the travel ban could include new, more tailored restrictions on travelers from additional countries. The travel ban sparked protests and a flurry of lawsuits, was set to expire 90 days after it was passed. Homeland Security Elaine Duke says she has recommended actions that are tough and that are tailored, including restrictions and enhanced screening for certain countries.
At least 40 people are still missing in Mexico City after a devastating earthquake. The 7.1 magnitude earthquake that came last week has shaken all of Mexico. The death toll has now risen to 324, and Mexico's Civil Protection Coordinator estimates that rescues could last for another 2 weeks. Volunteers continue to work hard uncovering more casualties.
In other news, the Ontario Health Ministry is now publicly covering a daily HIV prevention pill. The pill contains 2 anti-HIV drugs that reduce the risk of catching the virus by 99%. This will save those wishing to take the pill up to $1,000 each month. Health officials warn that people taking the pill can still catch other sexually transmitted infections.
Residents in a Colorado neighborhood are down in the dumps because of an unwanted visitor. Public enemy number 2 regularly has runs through the area, and she's been allegedly pooping on people's lawns. The jogger, nicknamed the Mad Pooper, has been doing this for almost 2 months. Charmin has even offered her a year's supply of toilet paper if she cleans up her act. Neighbors say that they're done with her crap and can't wait for these dump and runs to be over.
Now here's Alex Handziuk with his take on current events.
1 week into GHTV and things are getting pretty serious already. I mean, we got Trump lobbing insults in North Korea and potentially starting World War III. We got Trump attacking football players for kneeling. And at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if Trump started attacking himself. So basically, Trump is giving us a lot of stuff to cover, but from the bottom of our hearts at GHTV, we'd rather not. I mean, he's the gift that keeps on giving if the gift was a pile of crap and it arrived consistently. Sort of like the kid from elementary school who would pee in the corner every day after lunch. Like, Jimmy, we get it. You can pee in a corner. Seriously, we're good. We get the message. No more juice for you. Thanks. I'm fine going back to reporting on Justin Trudeau's hair or hearing about Elizabeth May's sizzling fashion. I'm even down for more George W. Bush quotes at this point. So please, Donald, you've given the press so much work over the last year. Now breathe, do yourself a favor, and get back to playing golf. Speaking of old people in golf, you may soon want to actually visit your grandparents. Or if you haven't got any, then some random old folks. This thanks to a fun, themed retirement community being developed in Hamilton, Ontario. Think Disney World meets hip replacements, and oh man, does this place seem hip. The pitch promises yoga, golf, and even pickleball. Like, what even is pickleball? I don't know, but I want to find out. And there's wining and dining, shopping and socializing, and basically baby boomers are living their lives better than we are, and they're freaking retired. So one thing's for sure is that the hit Disney ride, It's a Small World, will not be featured, as it would certainly lead to old folks and workers throwing themselves down the stairs in reaction to that god-awful song. And the person in charge of the community, Tony DeFruscio, a self-confessed Disney fan, hired an amusement park designer to help bring his idea to life. I don't know about you, but I'm getting on that waiting list ASAP.
Thanks, Alex. That's all the news from this week. I'm John Pattee.
And I'm Alanna Hopper.
Thank you, and have a good night, GH.